What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ed. This is Hustle and Grow. It is Monday, and well, give me a second because I need to attach this. I'm trying to test out this new gimbal, make it a little bit easier to record. We'll see how it go. We will see how it go. All right, that makes it a little bit easier, and I ain't gotta hold it so close. But anyway, it's Monday. Tell me how you guys like this as far as it following me and stuff. Hopefully it don't get too weird. It's Monday. It was a good weekend. I finally cracked $1,000 in sales on eBay throughout the weekend, which is good. And I'm over my $10,000 90 days. So now I'm at like, I think last time I checked it was 10.3K. So moving right along. Right now, what I'm working on is what I had officially counted as a death pile because I wasn't doing nothing to it. I wouldn't have counted it as bat stock because honestly, I haven't had plans, and that is the automotive pallets that I had bought months ago. And it wasn't, I don't know, man. I just wasn't interested in dealing with it. And as I go through it, it ain't got nothing to do with the value of the items. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's a few things that I really couldn't identify. Not that many yet. I got about 4 things in that box. I'll probably have to Google Lens it to see, but I have a lot of stuff right here, which now it's going to be hard. Now I don't know how to work this or even change the front or back. Let me see. This is new, y'all. Y'all got to give me a second. Let me see. All right. After much headache, I finally figured it out. So I had to cut the video. But anyway, this is a bunch of the automotive stuff that I'm working on. I already got a bunch listed, honestly. This is what I took pictures of, and my helper is going to be listing. I'm going to continue to go through. I got stuff sitting up here. I'm going to picture today. She should probably be here tomorrow. I'm almost done. This was a whole pallet of the same amount of boxes that's on here, which is like 2, 4, 6, like 8 boxes. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 boxes left on that pallet. That pallet will be out the way. Then I'll just have this pallet to go through. And that's a half a pallet of the automotive. The other 4 boxes on top are something totally unrelated. And then these boxes here are health and beauty. So this is not automotive stuff. It's just the automotive stuff is just sitting on top of it. So that's kind of what I got going on, you know, as far as that stuff goes. All right. There we go. I don't know how I'm liking this whole thing moving around, man. It's getting on my nerves. And then I got to stop the video. This will be good if I'm only videotaping like one way, but to have to switch back and forth, I got to stop the video, switch it to the front or back of the camera, and then restart it. So I don't know how I'm liking that, but anyway. Oh, and I forgot, I got a whole box still left of clippers, different types of clippers up there. So I got a lot of inventory, but again, the automotive stuff was definitely in the death pile realm at this point because I didn't have a plan for it. It was sitting there, and honestly, I was just avoiding it for no particular reason at all. You know what I mean? And now since I'm going through it, I'm like, what the heck was I thinking, right? I don't know. It was just, I wasn't interested. So I probably won't do automotive again, and it ain't got nothing to do with the quality of the inventory. Just not interested, man. That's why you got to stick with what you're interested in. But as I'm listening, stuff is selling. Some of it I've put on Amazon or Walmart if it was new and not messed up. Some of those things are actually new and not messed up. Like this chain. This is brand new. A lot of it actually is brand new and not damaged, man. This brand new. A few things are. But it's been selling on eBay. And actually, you know what's interesting? Some of the stuff that's been selling on eBay had very high rankings on Amazon. And so, for instance, it might have a 500,000 ranking or a million, but it sold pretty quickly on eBay. And also, what I have been doing, and I will say this, I don't like how this is going. Hold up, y'all. What I have been doing is that I have been pricing it lower anyway, because I want this stuff to move. I want to get it out of here. So my goal, my usual goal for sell through is 90 days. Now, for this automotive stuff, I'm going to give it a year. Okay, I'm going to give it a year before I get rid of it. So I'm going to stretch it out because I understand that certain things like this may take longer. However, I'm also going to be pricing it lower. So for instance, if the usual price on other platforms like Walmart and Amazon is $50, I might do $29.99. You know what I mean? And on top of that, for the most part, if for whatever reason somebody wants to return it, I'm probably just going to refund them and tell them to keep it. I don't want it back. I'm not dealing with that, especially for some of these like brakes and drums. And if it don't fit, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to wash my hands of it and be done. So I'm working through that. I also have, before I keep going, I just want to mention, if you have not joined the channel, please consider joining. There's going to be some good things coming. I'm working on some great things. You can either become a part-time or full-time hustler. Either way, it's going to be benefits for both. And so if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and join on any level. I'll have things for both. I do got inventory coming in that I think will be really good inventory. I'm going to put together some lots, and it's going to be offered to the members first. All right, that's kind of how that's going to go. It's going to be offered to the members first. If the members don't want it, I'll offer it to the general YouTube public, and then from there, I'll, do something else with it. What I'm going to do with that inventory is I'm going to go through, pick out anything that is like damaged or doesn't look like good quality, and I'm not keeping none of it for myself. So you don't have to worry about me like picking stuff out that's high dollar value. That's not what this is about. Okay, I'm not picking nothing out. The only thing that's getting picked out is things that don't look like they're good quality. But I will keep in something because this is like a home goods type palette, and it has things like door locks and stuff like that, right? Because a lot of that stuff can be missing parts but still be valuable on eBay and still sell. So I'm not going to pull out something like that. Because you can still sell it. I've sold stuff like that a lot on eBay. Which reminds me too about becoming a member is those manifests are going to be posted in the Discord. And of course, I might not have the manifest is just to give you an idea of the types of items that's in there. This one has a little bit over 200. I want to say 280 something items. We'll see how many it comes with. I was thinking initially doing 2 lots of 100 plus items. I might do lots of 50. I don't know yet. But the manifest will give you an idea of what's in there and the types of items you could receive. Also, I don't want y'all to forget, becoming a member of the channel in the Discord is posted the spreadsheet for the wholesaler supplier list. You can go through that. There's a lot of good ones in there. You're going to have to go through and dig. There's a lot of good ones in there. There's a lot of crap in there too, but it's free of charge for all of y'all. And it is useful if you're willing to put in the work and go through it and chase those down. All right. So that's in the Discord as well. The manifest will be posted in the Discord too. But yeah, so that's going to be offered to the members first. And it's going to be offered at a price that's going to be lower than if I have to offer it to the general YouTube public, just because the members are supporting the channel. So of course they're going to get more of a discount for supporting the channel. All right. So that's that. And as far as the channel goes, I've been thinking about this and because I've been thinking about a bunch of things as far as my business goes and growing my business, also ways to reduce costs and ways to increase value for the customer. And so my consideration has been live selling. I have been approved on Whatnot months ago. Of course, I haven't done anything. And so I've been going back and forth in my mind between Whatnot and just selling on YouTube. And then the more I think about it, I'm like, well, I can just try it on YouTube because one, there's no cost, right? Just the cost of time. There's no fees. I just got to be organized. I got to make sure that I keep it organized, have ways for people to sign up. But if I live sell on YouTube, I can offer more value. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to live sell on YouTube and cut all those costs and offer too much of a discount. Then I'm kind of like nullifying the whole. If that's the case, I can just list it, right? But I do want to offer very good items and more. This is where I would be interested in going outside of categories, right? This is where I would be more interested in going into the home goods categories and things like that, because there would be more. It would be easier, I think, to get rid of that stuff through a platform. And I've been watching a lot of live sellers who do it through YouTube. And so I know there's opportunity there. And I think one of the things that I will probably do is just start a website. Not so much to put items up on a website, which I would probably do too, but to start the website, I could give you a preview of the items that will be coming up. I will probably start the sales once a week. Okay. On the website, you will have to sign up for the sale, all your info. I got some base rules in my mind, just to outline, like, for instance, if you don't pay, you only get one chance not to pay. And if you don't pay, I'm not dealing with you no more, period. I'm not playing those games. If you don't got the money, don't bid. But I still gotta hash out all the rules, but you can always go to the website, get a preview of the items that are going to be on the sale. I'm not building this as necessarily for resellers. Will there be items that you can probably make money on? Yes, there will be, but I'm not building it that way. This is just a live selling. And if you can make money off of it, you can. If you're just looking for something for a good deal, it's about that too. And another reason for this is, besides the fees, the increasing fees on the platforms, is I don't have to worry about the policy violations, right? The OTC violations, which is starting to really get on my nerves on eBay. The, this and that violations, man. The bull crap counterfeit claims, the bull crap, all of that, right? None of that happening. And through these sales, I'm not going to be selling like junk either. I'm go through, pick items that's in good condition. They will be described properly, everything like that. If it's brand new, like for instance, if I start buying wholesale items, I'll let you know if it's brand new. But if it's returns, right? I'm not going to sell something to you that's not brand new and say it's brand new. But I get a lot of good stuff, y'all. I get a lot of good stuff. I just got to test it out and see what happens. I'm going to have to play around with it, see what's the best way for it to make sense for me to do, because I'm still in this to make money, right? I'm not in this to run a charity, but also to make it worth your while to participate, and also to find things that you can either make money on or things that you can, get for yourself that would be cheaper than getting it on eBay or on any other platform, right? So that's kind of the balance right there. Also, the other thing is this: flipping the inventory fast enough for it to make sense. So if I can double my money at a minimum in a week, as opposed to taking the time to have to list items and for them to sit and to sell, I would be okay with the loss in those profits over that long. Because here's the thing, guys. Some of you guys got to realize, you can do smaller margins if you can turn your inventory over fast enough. Okay? Y'all need to realize that. You can do smaller margins if you can turn your inventory over fast enough. Where people get in trouble is where they get these items that sit. And yeah, they can be higher margin, but if they sit, you could end up making less than the person with lower margins if that person's turning their inventory up over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times per month, as opposed to you. That's why, like when I say my 90-day thing, I'm even like trying to shorten that, because 90 days is honestly longer than I want to wait. For real. I ain't even gonna lie. With the car stuff, I'm gonna go the year for some of this stuff. I mean, I already got it, so it's already there, and it is what it is. But going forward, one of my goals is to reduce the turnover time for my inventory, to make it even shorter than the 90 days. Listen, if I can get to a week or two. Let me see something, y'all. Hold up. All right. I like that better. If I can get to a week or two, right, with my turnover rate, if I can get that, that would be so much better. If I can get, all right, I think my idea would be 2 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks. If I can, yeah, I think I'd rather want 2 weeks, you know? Per I guess pallet or inventory shipment. Like, if I can do 2 weeks, if I can do multiple pallets between all platforms and live selling, every 2 weeks, turn over the majority of my inventory. And by majority, I'm thinking 90%. If I can do 90% in a 2 week period, I would be cool with much lower margins, because that would come back to me. Because if I can do that multiple times per month, it would make sense. Okay. Because I would be cutting down on so much as far as the time it takes to list these items, right? And to ship each one out after they've been listed after they've been listed on each platform. You know, you got to put it away. You got to do all of that. So there's things that I do now for my business that I see steps of those processes can be cut out if I just do the live selling. But I will also have to figure out a way to streamline everything, because I don't want to find myself in a situation where I overwhelm myself and then the customer service suffers, right? So, for instance, if I do a live sell, my first one, even if I got 300 items to run, I ain't running that many. I'll probably run like 50, just so I can see how it goes, for one, and so I can get like a idea of the process that I'm going to have to use, and so I can ship everything out to everybody in a reasonable amount of time. You know what I mean? Even with that, how long am I going to give people to pay? I was thinking initially 24 hours. I looked at some sellers on YouTube that do it. They do 24 to 72. It seems like the window. You know, I think 72 is kind of long, but then I'm wondering, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do on that yet. I might do a middle ground, like 48 hours. I feel like, I can understand somebody wanting to buy something if I run a sale. Well, see, that's why I want to post it on a separate website. What's coming up, the date of the sale, and what you can be looking at. Because I can see a person, let's say you had a sale on a Wednesday, I can see a person wanting to buy it because it's available on Wednesday, but not being able to pay till Friday when they get paid, right? I can see that being a thing. So I wouldn't want to lose that customer. But if it's already posted a week in advance or so, maybe even 3-4 days, a person can already put the money aside. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. We'll figure that out. But I am going to be making changes to my channel, to my business, that's geared more toward what I'm trying to do. And again, my goal is to move inventory faster, to offer more value to my customers, and to build my business in a way that's not totally dependent on any of the major platforms, eBay, Amazon, or Walmart, and it's not dependent upon their policies or anything like that. Because that's the problem now, is there's a lot of good inventory that I even have access to, but I know it's not going to be allowed on these platforms. It's just not. They won't let it. Even with some of the sporting goods stuff and some of its hunting stuff and stuff for guns and things like that. Things that people will buy, you know what I mean? But they're not allowing that. They're not allowing that. And I don't mean, actual weapons. I'm just saying, even a lot of like weapon accessories. Some people, they let people sell them, but for whatever reason, every time I list something, it get taken down, right? And again, the OTC policies and them just taking stuff down just because it's just stupid stuff that I'm tired of dealing with, and it puts constraints on my business. And so I want to lift those constraints. And one of the ways to do that, I think, is to move to my own website and selling through a platform such as YouTube, not even Whatnot, even though there's a lot of shit to go on Whatnot, excuse my language. I think between YouTube and my own website, I should be able to remove a lot of those constraints, offer a lot of value, and move a lot more inventory that at present I either can't, or it's just, too many issues. And so that's kind of where I'm going, man. That's kind of my plans. That's something I've been thinking about, chewing over. Again, I'm going to start small and work it out and see what happens. I would like your guys' feedback in the comments below. Tell me what you think in the comments. I want to know, what do you think about time given for a customer to pay? What do you think is a good amount of time? 24 hours, 48, 72. I'm not going past 72. Just tell me what you think about this idea. I know there's people that already do it. It's nothing new. I'm just trying to integrate it into my business. Again, flip my inventory faster, offer value. It's not being marketed. I'm not putting this forward as something for resellers, but I can assure you there's going to be things that you can make money on, but that's not what this is about. I'm not like marketing this way. When I have something that I want to market as for resellers that you can flip, I will say that specifically, but that's not my overall goal. I'm not building a business that's geared toward resellers. Okay. I want the everyday consumer, the everyday person that's just looking for a good deal. And I want to be able to offer that at a price point that's better than all the platforms. And also, even with that stuff, I'll have a return policy. I'm not going to just stick you and say, hey, there's no returns or none of this. I will have a return policy. I want you to know that. I haven't fully delineated that yet. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really thought it out fully. But it's probably going to be a 30-day policy. It's not going to be free returns, but it's not going to be fully like buyer pays returns either. It's going to be, of course, dependent on the issue. So it'll be a return policy / exchange policy, right? And it'll just be dependent on the situation. There might even be situations where if you want to return something, depending on what it is and why, where I won't make you pay the full return price, but maybe I'll cover half the return shipping and just take it out of the return. I don't know. It'll be something like that, but I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm not going to do it where there's no returns at all. Unless I'm selling something that's like, I don't know, a consumable or something like that. I don't know, but I'm not going to leave people stuck. So we'll figure that out. But anyway, it's a good Monday. It was a good sales weekend. It was really good. I hope everybody had a good sales weekend. Let me know in the comments below how your sales went. Was your sales up? I cracked my first $1,000 week in over a year probably. I've been getting not a lot, but man, I just got like 2-3 neutrals. Like and eBay won't even remove them, dude. Listen, the one was this. I sold a 2-pack of dog vests. Super cheap. It was that dog stuff I was trying to get rid of. Super cheap. Small vest. Brand new. I get a neutral because the lady says it don't fit her dog. It's too large. Are you serious? And then eBay don't remove it. I put in for a removal. I said it's a review. It's a product review. Like, there's nothing wrong with the product. How is it my fault that vest didn't fit her at all? The other one was for a used shaver. The person said it pulls hair. I mean, it's a used shaver, bro. You got it for like $11. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And the person didn't even like try to return it or nothing. And that's another thing. I cut out all free returns. I don't do no free returns no more. Everything's buyer paid. That doesn't mean I won't do a free return if, depending on the issue, I'll cover the label. But none of my policies say free returns no more, yo. It was getting ridiculous, man. People just buying heavy items. Nah, we ain't doing that. So I ain't doing no more free returns on eBay. That's dead. I haven't taken the step of charging for shipping yet, but I'm seriously considering it, y'all. Seriously considering it. And that just goes into one of the reasons why I'm making these changes, is that I want more control over my business. Of course, I'm not going to abandon these platforms. There's just too much opportunity there. There's too much traffic. But at the same time, I want to have more say-so over what I can sell and how I can sell it. I don't want somebody telling me you can sell this, but you can't sell that, or violating me because of your AI's mistake, or for my feedback to be dictated on some arbitrary thing like, oh, it was a small vest, but yeah, my dog is smaller and it didn't fit. So it's just, come on, man. So that's kind of what's driving me, is that I want more control over my business, the direction my business can go, the types of items that I can sell, the types of things that I can offer, and how, how I handle those transactions. And at the same time, to utilize those platforms for what they're good for, understanding, the I won't say necessarily pitfalls, but understanding the challenges that they present, and just trying to, navigate those, but also growing a side of my business that will allow me more freedom to do the things that I want to do and offer the types of items that I want to offer, and kind of see where that goes. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Hope y'all have a great week, and I will get back to y'all. See y'all in the next one. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you become a channel member, because there's going to be some good things coming for you. I can promise you that. And I'll talk to you on the next one.